What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So I basically wanted to come on here and talk about a book I'm reading right now. It's called The Artist's Way. It's by Julia Cameron, and it says a spiritual path to higher creativity. And really, what I'm gathering so far, I'm in the first week. This is a 12-week course or program. What I'm gathering right now, it's about recovering or discovering your creativity, right? So, generally speaking, a lot of people might have blocked or suppressed creativity, or their inner child might have been suppressed over time, or you know what I mean? Buried away. So it's about finding that inner child, finding that inner artist. You know what I mean? Either finding it, recovering it, or discovering it. You know what I mean? Personally, for me, I'm reading it because I'm on a path where my artistry is everything. You know what I mean? And I don't mean it's my entire life, but I mean as far as my path, if we're talking career focus and ways to make a living, music is the path I've chosen, right? So I've worked in corporate, I've done marketing positions, working with dental companies and different corporations doing marketing and, taking courses and programs to develop that skill set, my digital marketing skill set. But it's really not me at the end of the day. I'm sitting here marketing for these other companies when I could be marketing myself, marketing my music, branding myself. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, right now, just to give full transparency, about a month or so ago, a little over a month ago, I was laid off, right? Speaking of doing digital marketing for a dental corporation or whatever, there's hundreds of offices, and I worked in the whatever region I was in, it doesn't matter, right? Point being is I was laid off, and coincidentally enough, prior to me being laid off, I was planning to leave, right? So it's this weird situation where it happened a little bit before I was ready for it to happen or planned for it to happen. I was ready for it to happen, but before I planned for it to happen. But even before being laid off, I was positioning myself, okay, I want to walk down this artist path. And when I say that, I don't mean the traditional struggling artist path or just going all in with being an artist or musician and forgetting about everything else. I don't mean that. I've lived like that before. I've lived for years focusing just on music. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck money. Money ain't shit. It's just an illusion. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, grander picture, money isn't really anything. It's just something we've all agreed on as humans and just made a part of our societies or whatever. But you gotta have it, right? We were born into this world. I was born into this world, this part of Earth in the United States, in Michigan. Technically born in Texas, but raised in Michigan. And was born into a world where money, you have to have money. You just have to have money. It is what it is. So I can't continue on a path where I did some years back where it's just I'm full artistry, it's just music, music, music. I don't care about the bills, but then you don't got money and then you end up struggling or like trying to survive. You're in survival mode. And again, full transparency, a lot of these times we're in even California. So I'm just worried about my dream. I'm just worried about music and being free. So fuck these jobs, fuck this, fuck that. And it's like, okay, well, there's times I'm living on my car. There's times I'm homeless. I don't have a place to live. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't have that stability, you don't really have that anchoring, or that you're not grounded. You're not, I wasn't able to just, if I'm not comfortable, I can't really continue on this path with the right mindset. You know what I mean? I got to have some stability. I got to be grounded. I got to make sure everything's good. You understand what I'm saying? So I can have my clarity and have my focus and focus on what I need to focus on, which is artistry, being a musician, a performing artist. Excuse me. But yeah, so anyway, got laid off, and now I'm in a position where it's, okay, I have a blank canvas, metaphorically speaking, in life right now, I have a blank canvas, right? How do I want to paint my life? You understand what I'm saying? I won't give away too much, but in my previous position, whatever, it's my truth. I won't say they had good reason to lay me off. Even though they laid me off, the reason they said was restructuring the marketing department, right? So they're just moving pieces, this piece maybe not be necessary. Your position may not be necessary in the restructuring of the organization. Blah, blah, blah. Cool, right? But being laid off and having a blank canvas in the restructuring, cool. This is just a side note. I feel like that was best case scenario, right? Being laid off opposed to just leaving, because there's benefits that come with that. It may be unemployment, I'm not sure. Might be getting unemployment, I'm not sure. Hasn't gone through, but I'm not even relying on that or expecting that. You know what I mean? I'm putting myself in a position to figure out a way to make everything happen still. Because at a corporate job, the money I was making, it's the most I've made in my life so far. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be small compared to what's to come. You understand what I'm saying? But it changed my life. It changed the trajectory. It changed my relationship with money. You know what I mean? Being in a position where you're not worrying about bills. You're not worried about, oh shit, it's the first, or this is due. It don't matter. The money's in the account, so whenever that shit's due, just take it out the account. It don't matter. Things keep going. I'm able to save. This is the first time I had a 401k. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I see the game, but I'm still not passionate, or it's not fulfilling. Because again, I'm marketing for these other companies when I could be marketing for myself. So now that I'm in a position where I have a blank canvas, again, how do I want to paint my life? I'm an artist. I'm an artist at heart. I'm a musician. I'm a creator. I want to spend a lot of my time, most of my time, I want to say most, but a lot of my time every day. I want to spend every day being fulfilled and creating and doing the things that I feel I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I have a family. I have kids. You understand what I'm saying? There's bills, expenses, all that. Okay, what can I do right now that'll continue to give us our stability, so we can still have our stability and still be comfortable? You know what I mean? But I'm not too comfortable. Okay, I have ways to make money to pay for our expenses. Okay, but now I have a lot more time. You understand what I'm saying? I have a lot more freedom. I'm not tied down to this desk or to this job. Like 2 positions ago, it was a hybrid position, so I'm working from home and I'm working in the office, and the new CEO comes in and they're like, mandatory, come back to the office, basically, return to office, whatever initiative it was, right? So as soon as they did that, I have a baby on the way. My baby's about to be here, and now it's mandatory that we got to be in the office. And they just said it out of nowhere, like one day you just show up, okay, by the way, starting in January or whatever, you're going to have to be here 4 or 5 times a day, or 4 or 5 times a week. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, that's right, my son's supposed to be born. You feel me? Son's born. I'm in the back to office, and I'm just sitting there every day like, man, what? Like, this shit is not for me. Being there 8-9 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to have a day off, you got to have the PTO and the this, and you got to say, hey, I'm planning on going on vacation. Is that cool? Like, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to be tied to this location all day, every day, 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt tied down, like chained to that motherfucking desk. And little backstory of me, I haven't really been a job person per se. I was the one who would get a job, quit a job, get a job, quit a job. I had different hustles and, made money in other ways for some years. So that, you know what I mean? And that wasn't a job. So I think I was always the type to not want to be tied down to a location if I'm not enjoying it, especially, right? So with this marketing thing, I'm like, okay, let me take some courses, some programs. Let me figure out how to get a position in this digital marketing, because I've been doing this for years, just not even knowing, how can I make money off this? All right, let me take a course. Let me go on Coursera. Let me get a Google certificate. Let me get a get certified. Now I'm making more money than I ever have working for, again, corporations, doing marketing for them. But here I am putting all my time and energy into these companies, in the meetings, if you got to go to the office. Quick little side note, the position I just got laid off from was fully remote. So hear me out. Y'all like, damn, you get to work from home? Yeah, cool. Ended up not being for me either because I'm still tied to this desk or mentally. Oh, shit. Hold on. My computer just, okay. Okay, it's still going. Cool. What was I saying? Yeah, working remotely, working from home completely, 5 days a week. I'm still mentally tied to this desk or mentally tied to, these meetings and I have to do this and I have to do that and the deadlines and the da-da-da. So even if it's remote and it's a little more chill and relaxed and I can kind of have a little more flexibility to do the things I kind of want to do, it's still, I'm mentally here. I mentally have to be here. I have to be in these meetings. I have to complete these tasks. So even though I'm at the crib, my energy and time is still going to this company, this corporation. You understand? And I'm still making, again, more than I've ever made in my life thus far. That's then, now it's different. But, it's not for me because I'm doing this 5 days a week. I got to wake up, do the 8 to 5 or whatever. And again, I keep saying meetings because I was not feeling the meetings. You vibe with certain people that you work with and different. We worked with a lot of third party vendors and people who offer services for us and da-da-da-da for that company. So you kind of vibe with who you vibe with, but 9 times out of 10, I'm not enjoying these meetings. So I'm sitting there, I got to have, what do they call it? Not the fidget spinner, the fidget little things you can press, whatever it's called. Something to play with while I'm on camera, you feel me? Put my Zoom shirt on, I got my basketball shorts on, you got to, had a collar shirt or whatever, the button up, da-da-da-da, playing the whole game. But I'm like, this shit ain't for me, and that shit is draining. I had to take a week off. I'm not going to lie to you. This is last year, it got to a point where I had to take a week off because I'm just like, I need a break. I mentally need a break. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my whole life is just this work shit. You know what I'm saying? Being here 8-9 hours a day. And after that, it's like, okay, the kids come home from daycare and school, da-da-da. We got dinner, kick it with the family, wake up, repeat it. It's like this work, just work. Then you start looking forward to the weekend. And it's like, I lived so many years of my life, like the weekend was just another day. Like I didn't look forward to the weekend because I don't want to say every day was the weekend, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like I didn't dread Mondays. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was enjoying life. So every day I'm enjoying, so it's not like, I can't wait for the weekend. It's like, nah, like the weekend's cool, but I'm enjoying today. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You feel me? But once I get into this corporate style of living, or I don't even want to call it corporate, just working the typical 9 to 5, the 8 to 5, like getting, I don't want to say stuck in that, but being in that, you can get in a rut because it's like that just becomes your life and takes your, I don't want to say soul and identity, but it can start stripping away who you are. It can start stripping you away from you, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I said, working remote and decided this isn't for me. So I'm making a plan. Like, okay, I'm about to get up out of here, creating an exit strategy. Excuse me. Time to get up out of here. And then it just so happens that I have a meeting with the VP of marketing and some HR lady. Once the HR lady pop on, I'm like, okay, something's going on. It's top of the year. Either they're going to say, hey, how's everything going? Or this is going to be an exit meeting. You feel me? Turns out it was an exit meeting. And so it's funny because my fiance, she was there. I was at home because, like I said, I was working from home. She's behind me, like they can't see her because I have the background blurred and da-da-da-da. After the meeting, she'd like cheer, like, woo, like, and I'm like, what, you happy? She's like, yeah, because, this is the best case scenario. You were just planning already to leave. You were creating your exit strategy. Now they're just doing it for you. Now you get a severance pay or, you know what I mean, some exit money and some, potential unemployment benefits if you want to take that route, which, again, I don't know if I'm getting it or not. Like, did the whole application thing. If I get it, cool. If I don't, it's okay. We're still going to make things happen. We thrive. Not just survive, we thrive. But yeah, so she's happy, and I'm like, yeah. At first, I'm shocked. Like, even though I was planning on leaving, I was shocked. Like, damn, because they did that shit cold, quick. Like, all right, what's up, Shane? Good morning. Okay, so we're restructuring the organization of the marketing department, and today's going to be your last day, unfortunately. Da 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 da. We're going through a few ducats, few dollars, for your exit. You know what I'm saying? This is it. When I say they laid that down to me in like 30 seconds, quick. HR lady's on there. The VP, this is the VP telling me this. He's like, all right, ask the HR lady if you got any questions, da-da-da. Ask my questions. I'm like, damn, get off the meeting. I'm like, that was very quick. And it made me think, imagine if I was really all in with this company. Imagine if I was giving it my all, because I can't say I was giving it my all. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine if I was. I'm thinking of the people that are working there, the lady who just had a baby. I'm not sure who got laid off and whatnot, but still I'm thinking about these people who was really giving it they all. And I imagine how that just can be stripped from you that quick. And I think of family members, like people who've been laid off. It hasn't happened to me. That's the first time. I've been like fired before, but not laid off. I feel like it's different. Fired is like you did some shit. This is why you get fired. This was like laid off or restructuring. Again, the organization, da-da-da-da. But how quick it could be. And imagine if I'm all in. Imagine if I wasn't already planning on leaving and I'm all in. I keep saying all in because some people are all into their work, the jobs they work, the positions they work. They're all in. They dedicate a lot of their time, energy, focus, attention to that. You know, so imagine if I was in it like that and they just came on the meeting and was like, all right, what is your last day? I imagine how that shit could be devastating for some people. Again, we were like basically cheering because our circumstances were different, but man, that could be devastating because you don't even expect it. It's a meeting. You have meetings all the time, every day type shit. So it's like you hop in this one and that's it. And I always used to think that, like, even the place I was working before there, like I said, the place where I had to return back to office shit, they had the new CEO come in and they was laying off people that have been there for years. So I'm seeing this like, yo, and you always hear like, oh, you're replaceable, you're just a number, da 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 da. But till you experience it, like, no, that shit's real. Because like these are corporations, it's about their shareholders, stakeholders, whatever, and the people sharing the profit and people making the money, the executive team and all that type shit. It's about them making their profit. So it's like everyone else, me, just the digital marketer or a marketing coordinator, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really need that shit type shit. They do, but they don't, if that makes sense. If they don't need it, you out of there. Day of. It ain't no, oh, we're not going to give you, 2-week notice or 2 weeks or a month or whatever. We're not giving none of that. This is your last day. You know what I'm saying? In my situation, here's the severance pay, but the severance pay is like what I made, let's say 2 weeks. So half of a month worth of pay to leave. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, thankfully we're okay. We're in a situation we're okay. So it's not like, ah, shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn. Like, so it's like, but I think about if it was like that, or if I was all in, how they just strip it away, right? They can strip it away just like that. So I've always known this, but now the experiences, like that's not the route I can take. I can't take that route. I can't keep working for these companies or corporations when you could be gone like that. You could work there years, 2 years. I got family members, 25, 30 years laid off. Like, wait, what? 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Laid off. Me, I was working there maybe, it wasn't even that long, close to a year maybe. You know what I mean? But people have been there for years, so it's like, I empathize with those people, but it sparks something to me like, that's not the route I'm going to take. Yes, it's secure and you can consider it a safety net or whatever, but if it's stripped away, that safety net is gone. So if I take a riskier route, but my safety net or security is much more stronger, there's a lot more strength in what I'm building, and the fabric and the safety net or security that I'm building, it's a lot more strong because it can't be stripped away. Excuse me. It can be, it could take longer, right? It could be scarier. You know what I mean? It could be because you're walking into the unknown. You're walking with faith, right? But it feels right. It feels right, right? If I could live life with a lot more freedom and creativity, I'm a family man, right? Got kids, got a fiance. So I don't want to say it's a balancing act because it's really not. It's just family and music. It's like, that's my everyday. Working for these other companies, that's not my everyday. Right. So if I'm a family man, I focus on that. I focus on how to be a good parent, a good father, a good husband, a good, you know what I mean? A good partner, a good son. Like focus on, you know, I'm a family man. And I'm also a music man. So if this music is the path that keeps making, it makes the most sense for me. I can create my opportunities. I can create my path. I can create opportunities, and opportunities will arise as well. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm creating this path. And a side note, this computer keeps shutting off, every 10 minutes or so? So we're going to have to, change a setting to make this computer not shut off after 10 minutes or whatever. Side note. But yeah, so if music is a part of me, very much so, and this is the path I'm walking on, let's paint this canvas the right way. Let's not keep doing things just to pay the bills or just to, have I don't want to say illusion of a safety net or security, because I can call it an illusion for what it was at my previous position. Because I can say, oh, this money's good and this is the most I ever made. We're good. I got the security. We're good. Nah, actually, we're restructuring the organization. You out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, okay, shit. So let me focus on building what makes sense for me that I know can do what these other corporations and companies can't. There's longevity in what I'm building. There's integrity behind it. You know what I mean? There's love and passion. So that's the path I need to walk. And that ties me into what the point of this video is and what the point of this series is. It's this book I've been reading. Again, The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And what this has helped me with, just starting on it, is, I would say, recovering some part of my creativity and my path. I haven't buried my creativity, thankfully, because I've been creating music and releasing music through the years, and it doesn't stop, right? But there's been shifts of focus and shifts, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get this new position, working for this corporation, making this money, da-da-da-da. I got to focus on this. All right, I'll make some music too, but I got to focus on this. But I'm going to make some music, and it's just like, you know what I mean? I need to walk down the path that I'm designed for. The Artist's Way. When I seen this on something. It was a TikTok, Instagram video, something. Someone talking about it. And I think they were talking about Doechii and how she read this book and how it helped her. And then that led me into going and watching her series on this. Well, I would say I started watching the series because I'm going to watch her weekly series, which, by the way, that's what this series was inspired by. It was inspired by Doechii, and it was inspired by some videos I saw her talking about this book, and then me diving a little deeper and going to her YouTube from some years ago and seeing her make a weekly series. So I'm like, that's a dope idea. You get to look back on it and be like, okay, that's where I was. This is the process. I can see the journey, document the journey. Also share my thoughts, my feelings, and possibly inspire someone else. Like she inspired me. So like it's this continuous type of vibe. You know what I mean? But yeah, I saw this book somewhere on social media, some video I was watching, and then it started popping up because you know the algorithms. You're like, oh, you like that? You like that video about that book? Okay, here's another video. Okay, so yeah, again, watching Doechii videos, I'm like, okay, this book is speaking to me. Let me get this book, right? So I got the combo, the package, whatever. This one, the main book, and then it came with what's called the morning pages, which is basically journaling, free thought writing, stream of consciousness type shit. So right now I'm in week 1, right? So this video is week 1, The Artist's Way. You know, Shane Bailey, that's myself. Week 1, I wouldn't even say week 1. Let me step back a little bit. 2 fundamentals or 2 main things from these books, or this book I should say, is the Artist Date, which I'll elaborate on in a moment, and the morning pages, right? So again, you got the morning pages. The book says to write 3 pages every single morning. First thing you do when you wake up, do your morning pages. So that's what I've been doing, right? I'm just starting. You feel me? I'm just starting, but I'm doing my 3 pages in the morning, and I'll dive deeper into a little bit of how that's been working out so far. Some of the key things that I've noticed starting it off, because again, this is week 1, so this is my 7th day, I believe. So a week ago, I started the morning pages, and I would notice myself sort of trying to rush, because these pages are bigger too, because I got this, the morning pages thing, and I compared it kind of like to a regular, notebook type vibe. And they're bigger pages, so on my brain, I'm like, okay, it's more space. And I don't know why my brain works like this, but I'm just telling you what happened. I'm like, okay, I was feeling myself trying to rush. Like, I got to fill these 3 pages. But then when you're just writing, you kind of tap into it. At least I did. You start that whole rushing shit, it kind of was fading away. Maybe a page and a half, maybe by the 2nd page, I'm like tapped into it. And I'm like, ooh, that rushing's going away. And now I'm just, free thought, free throwing, free writing, whatever. Throwing these thoughts and ideas and whatever's coming to mind on these pages, and kind of just releasing it all. It could be about what happened the day before. It could be about how I'm feeling in the moment. It could be about my plans for the day. It could be anything, right? You just, affirmations is a good one. The book recommends that too, or says to do that, which I've been doing too. But yeah, 3 pages every morning, right? It's the morning pages, 3 pages. Wake up, get to it. That no matter what. And there's no excuse, right? So I could wake up and say, my son's up now and I didn't get up early enough or whatever, and he's up now so I can't write it. Nah, usually today, was it this morning? I want to say it's this morning or yesterday. He's up, okay, I got to hold him. And I'm doing my pages. All right, he's about to play, okay, I can set him down. He's playing with some toys. Let me continue. You know what I'm saying? Or I got to wake up. I got to take my daughter to the bus stop. I didn't do it. Okay, do it right now. Do it right now. Do it right now. There's no excuse, right? So that's one main part of the book, right? And I'm happy to say I've done all 7 days for the first week, because it asks like in the check-in, because every week I'm assuming there's probably a check-in, but it's like, hey, how many days did you do your morning pages? And I've done my 7 days. You know what I'm saying? This is my week today. This is the end of week 1, I should say. Starting week 2 starts tomorrow. But yeah, it's been pretty dope. There's been times where the previous day may have not been the best, or something happened that wasn't the best or whatever, and you can write about that. Write about how you're feeling. So it's really like journaling, again, just free thought, just writing down your thoughts and whatever you're feeling, affirmations. So yeah, really dope. So again, it started kind of feeling rushed at first. I think the first couple days, again, for the first page or so, kind of like, all right, I just got to fill these pages. I got a while to go. But it's like, once you get out of that mindset, like, and you stop thinking about it and just do it, then you're like tapped into it, like, oh, this is nice. You feel me? So that's where I'm at with that right now, with the morning pages. And again, the other side of it is the artist date. So the book says for this 12-week program, and I'm sure it'll carry on afterwards, is take yourself on an artist date once a week. And an artist date is taking yourself on a date. This is a solo adventure. This is to tap into your inner child, your inner artist, your inner creator. You know what I mean? Tap into you, an individual. Excuse me. Right? So that's the second part of it. You got your morning pages and you got the artist date. And I went on my first artist date yesterday. And this could be anything. It could be going to the museum. It could be going to a mall or something. It says, what did it say? Like go to like a thrift shop or something, or something that sells old electronics or something. Just random stuff. You can go to the park. You can go to the beach. You can go painting. You could go to a play. You know what I mean? You can go to, what I did yesterday is I went to a movie. That was my first artist date. Reason why is because that's something I used to do. I've done that for a while. Before I was, in a relationship, before I had kids, it was something I used to do. I would just go to the movies and just solo, you know what I'm saying? Whatever movies out that I want to see, or there's times I just showed up to the movies and whatever movie was next I would go see, just like that was the thing I used to do, and I haven't done that in a while. So it's like that was my first artist date yesterday, and I went to see the new Marvel movie, Captain America, which is pretty dope. You know what I mean? This isn't a video about that, so I won't get into it. I do love Marvel movies, but yeah, that was my artist date, and it was dope. Even driving to the movie theater, it was just like I felt free, or like it was liberating, you know, because it was like you plan it out with your significant other. Me personally, talk to my fiance, tell her what I'm reading, give her the rundown of what I'm doing with the book, explain to her in the artist date. It's a solo thing. It's a once a week thing. I encourage you to do it. You know what I'm saying? You should do this too. Like, let's just plan it out. You know what I mean? Tell each other ahead of time. Da 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 da. So like, doing that is dope because then you're going out and you're not feeling like, oh, I got to get back. Say I'm going to the grocery store. Sometimes I don't feel rushed, but it's like I got to get back to the family. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I don't want to say I feel rushed a lot, but it's like I want to get back to the family. You know what I'm saying? I want to be out here for a long time, and I'm just trying to get back home. Da 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 da. But when my intention is just going out and treating myself and enjoying myself, like a lot of that rushingness or just like whatever it is, like, oh, are they good? Because I know they're good. She's home. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's good. The kids are good. Once I'm in that mindset, it's like, okay, let's go to the movie theater. So on the way there, I'm just like cheesing, like, oh, this is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take your time, enjoy it. Realize what I'm saying? Like, really take your time and enjoy this moment. This is dope. I'm going to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds so simple and so small, but to me, it was like, I'm going to the movies. This is dope. I'm about to get me, you know what I'm saying, some pretzel bites probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to enjoy a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's no weird energy back home. Like, my fiance's not, why are you doing this? Or what's an artist date? Or what do you mean you're going to do? It's none of that. It's support. So it's like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? There's no kids. So it's a different vibe. Like, take your time, enjoy it. This is nice. You know, so it was like liberating to have that inner child or inner, yeah, almost like an inner child. Like, you know, so that's something that inspires me. And I think that ties into your creativity. So that's why with these artist date, it doesn't have to be music related if that's my path. It could, like I said, it could be a museum, which isn't necessarily related to music, but the inspiration and the experience and you living and your joy and your happiness or whatever emotions you're feeling, that ties into the music. So it really, you're filling yourself up. It's fulfilling. You understand what I'm saying? You're feeling good, and then if you're feeling good and you're feeling this great emotion, that's going to tie into the music, which is beneficial in different ways too. And then you release that, and that could channel and go to other people too to make them feel the same way. It's like it's dope. But yeah, that's where we're at with week one. The morning pages, the artist date. Week one has been dope. Maybe I'll go through and skim through, see a couple things I've highlighted. Here's one thing I highlighted. This is the first thing I saw. My creativity heals myself and others. And to dive a little bit deeper on that, I feel that, and that's why I highlighted it. My creativity heals myself and others. It's because when I create, it's healing in a sense. It's healing. I don't want to say healing in a sense. It's healing, right? I'm expressing myself. These are my emotions. Because I'm not just making music just to make music. It's like, if you listen to my music or know my music, you know it's coming from a place that's like my heart, my soul, my spirit. You know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I pop my shit and talk my shit, whatever, in some records. Cool. I got different vibes, of course, but it's like, even the root of those, it's like, I'm saying something. You hear me? The beat might be hard, and it might be like, listen to what I'm saying. You feel me? So if it's healing myself, there's potential. I don't even say that there's potential, but it can heal others too. And I've seen it, even with my music. Even I want to say a smaller scale because I don't want to minimize the impact that I've seen my music have on others. But I can think of someone particularly who was in a different state, and I don't want to say a stranger because there's a relationship now, but Someone who doesn't know me, they don't know me, or we haven't known each other for years, but my music is helping them get through something. You feel me? Like, oh man, I'm in the hospital, or I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and your music's just helping me get through it, and da 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 da. I'm listening to all the da da da. It's like, damn, like to hear that, it's like there's impact. That's dope. So it's like to highlight that my creativity heals myself and others. That resonates. I'll go to one more highlighted thing. Things I've just been highlighting. When I say highlighting, literally, got the highlighter. You know what I'm saying? We highlighting shit in the book. Let's go to the next one that pops up. Let's see. Oh, I'm tripping. That's the wrong one. Let's see. Through my own experience and that of countless others that I have shared, I've come to believe that creativity is our true nature, that blocks are an unnatural thwarting of a process at once is normal and as miraculous as the blossoming of a flower at the end of a slender green stem. I have found this process of making spiritual contact to be both simple and straightforward. So let me reread that. They're saying blocks, basically blocks of creativity, are an unnatural thwarting of a process at once is normal and miraculous as a blossoming of a flower at the end of a slender green stem. I have found this process of making spiritual contact to be both simple and straightforward. There's spirituality and creativity, or vice versa, however you want to say it. Being creative is spiritual. Yeah. But there's something in here that I remember resonated with me before, and I'm just trying to find the piece that connected with me. Because I have come to believe that creativity is our true nature. And it talks about the blocks. Once as miraculous as the blossoming of a flower at the end of a slender green stem. Right. Miraculous as the blossoming of a flower at the end of a slender green stem. So when I see that or read that or hear that, visualize it, I think of a slender green stem, a stem where the flower starts to blossom from. Like, that's miraculous. Like, it's the stem you see, and even as far as that, I mean, you can go from seed to whatever. But let's talk about the stem, and how from the stem, the flowers blossom. It's like, that's miraculous. That's like, it's a miracle that from nothing comes something. Not saying stem is nothing, but it's like the flowers didn't exist, right? There is levels to the growth of this flower. And I don't know how flowers grow, and I'm not a, what do they call them, green thumb or whatever, but I'm thinking, seed, there's roots and stuff like that. Then maybe with the soil, whatever, there's maybe stem come. But regardless, that the flower part or whatever you call the flower petals or whatever didn't exist before. It had to grow and go through them stages. It had to start with the seed or start with good soil, and then the roots grow, and then yeah. And creativity is like that. Not to get all deep or whatever, but these are my thoughts right now. It's like creativity, you're creating something from nothing. And we can call it a seed metaphorically, like the inspiration could be the seed or the idea could be the seed, right? Then you plant it. And once you plant it, there's action behind that. So me as a musician or an artist, whether I'm producing the record or making the beat or just doing the vocals, whatever, it starts with something. Let's say with writing, it starts with an idea. Really, it starts with, let me hear the music. And I hear the music, and that inspiration comes, or the seed comes, where I plant the idea or the inspiration, whether it be a melody. It starts with a melody. I grab that from the universe or whatever you want to call it or however you want to call it. I grab that inspiration and the melodies, it comes to me, and then I bring it to this realm. I put it on, right now Ableton's in front of me, but I put it in my DAW digital audio workstation, DAW, whatever you want to call it. It's on the computer now because it came from. And it's tripping me out just talking about it, and like, but it's really that though. Say I hear a beat or hear music or create the beat or whatever, the melody comes. It comes from somewhere. Grab that. Now I got to put words to the melody, and then I'm bringing it to this realm, the physical realm. I'm expressing it into this microphone right here, which is going to my computer, and now it's, I don't want to say tangible, but we can hear it now. We can feel it. It's really something now. Now it's on my computer, and now I share it, and I can share it with people, and then it can evoke emotions, or it could create a feeling with them, and they can feel it. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. I think that's spiritual in a sense. Creativity. It's like creating, I don't want to say from nothing, because it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from something. But even if it's not tangible where I can feel it, I can't grab a melody. I can't be like, oh, there's the melody. Like, but my body can, and my spirit and my soul and my mind and I can feel it. I can receive it. I receive the melody. And then I'm transmuting it or putting it into this microphone and creating the words and the message and delivery. And it's the feeling. You can listen to music in a different language and feel that shit. You might not even know what they're saying, but you're like, I feel it. You feel me? So yeah, that's we're gonna complete this video right here, because I will just continue talking about that. But the true inspiration of this video is week 1, The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way. Again, main 2 components of this book is there goes my computer again. Got to change some settings after this video. But the main 2 components of this book, morning pages and the artist's date. And I would say, even though I'm on week 1, there's 12 weeks. I'm on week 1. I would say, yo, take yourself on an artist's date. Take yourself on a solo adventure. Go do something with just you. And the book talks about protecting that. You're going to have people who might want to be like, oh, let me join you, or let me come. It could be family members, significant others, friends, whatever, co-worker, whatever, or people you work with, whatever. Try to like get in on your artist day, but protect it. Nah, this is something I had planned. This is my artist day. This is my solo adventure, my whatever you want to call it. This is something I'm doing. You feel me? Protect it. Do that shit. This journaling. I can speak even before I've done morning pages with this book. I've experienced just journaling at some points. I won't say I've done it consistently or doing a lot, but the times that I have done it, it has been very beneficial. You understand what I'm saying? Releasing whatever you're feeling, your thoughts, your feeling, your emotions. You can put this on paper. You can even read it back. You don't have to read it back however you want to do it, but releasing it. And I know from experience that it's helped me with issues in my life. It's helped me, I don't want to say heal past relationships. And I'm talking family, like relationships with family members, writing it all down and being able to release it so that I can approach. And I'm not going to get all deep into it. I don't want to tell my life story right now. You can hear it. You can hear it through the music and other videos, but like, I'll give an example. You know, let's say it's a family member and you don't have the greatest relationship with that person, because they may have done you wrong over a lifetime, right? Writing it down, releasing those emotions. How do I really feel? How does this make me feel? How is this affecting me over a lifetime? You know, writing that all down, releasing it, so it's not just in your brain. You're not just thinking about it. It's not just on your heart, or you're not just carrying it all the time, right? You can write it. And I'm telling you, if you haven't done it before and it sounds like, what does he talk about? Like, maybe just try it. Maybe just try it. See how it makes you feel. But I can say that it's helped me in the past. So, again, writing it down. Say you haven't had the greatest relationship with a certain family member over a lifetime. I can approach that person from a better place. I might not be holding on to as much of that anger or like resentment, or like, I don't fuck with you, or like, you did me wrong, you did me dirty. Maybe I'm not carrying that as much. Maybe I can release that and approach you just like a human being and almost empathize and be like, okay, I can kind of understand, like, this is how you came up, this is, you know, these are the decisions you made, that, you know, and remove it to where it's not, I'm not taking it personal. And why carry all that? Especially if the other person might not even be feeling anything. Why carry? And again, not to get all deep into it, I feel like I keep saying it, but yeah, the writing, the morning pages, I would recommend getting them both. It was like a package thing. I think it was like $20 or something on Amazon, 20, 30 at most. I think this book by itself might, who cares how much it is? It ain't nothing. It's nothing. It's something you'll spend on some food at a restaurant or some whatever. You'll spend it on anything. Spend it on something that might fucking change your life. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, morning pages, artist date. I would say do that shit. The writing's been helping. It's dope. It's a release. I've done it before this book, but now there's intention behind doing it now and consistency. It's like, no, this is 3 days, 3 pages every day. You feel me? 3 pages, first thing in the morning, as soon as you get up. If you got to get up a little earlier so you got time to do it before your normal schedule, or your normal routine, do whatever you got to do. There's no excuse. I would say try it out, see how it makes you feel, and don't rush it. Take your time. Take your time. And this is me talking to myself as well. You feel me? So, yeah, y'all. This is dope. I'm going to put this up. This is week 1. The Artist Way. My path, my journey. I'm going to share it with y'all. I'm sharing it in general. Love y'all. Peace.